Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're here. It's Angie and Natalie. Um, Welcome to episode 11. Episode 11, and we have something special planned for you guys for the month of October. So, from episode 11 until 14, we are going to be covering gratitude. We wanted to really dive into gratitude in these conversations for the month of October. We're in Canada and we have Thanksgiving in October. And the word thank you is thrown around a lot. It's a word, right? But gratitude is a feeling state. And so we really wanted to dive into aspects of gratitude so that we can maybe move deeper into gratitude, because gratitude is one of these higher vibrations. And if we can reach for gratitude more often, we can be putting out that feeling state, which brings back more to be grateful for in our life. And so we're really excited to bring this to you. Starting with today, episode 11 is going to be talking about the benefits of gratitude. So we're going to have a conscious conversation on the benefits of gratitude. And before we do that, I just want to say hi. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm the creator of Journey to Soul. I'm a mom. I have a husband. I have two kids. They're 10 and 4. And I just love having conscious conversations with people. I feel like that's what I've been doing all day today, actually. It's been amazing. And the reason why I love it is it activates me. I've had so many aha moments today in conversation. And that's why we do it, because we want to activate you, because you're amazing. And we want you to know that. And that's why we do these conversations. So I'll let Natalie introduce herself. And yeah.
Hi guys, and Angie, I love that, and she is so right, guys. You are amazing, and this is why we have these conversations to help activate you, to connect with you. So we hope that you enjoy these conversations as much as Angie and I do, because we just love them. I
Because
look
we
forward to
sure
this
do.
every week. Yeah. So my name's Natalie, and I am an intuitive writer. I'm working on publishing 2 books, actually. One just dropped. The second one like downloaded in the other day. So I'm like, okay, I suppose I'm writing another book while finishing this one off. So the first one is 21 Days to the New Earth. So it dives into like some really simple tools that we can each use to activate ourselves, right? And activate the new earth within us. And the newest book that I'm working on has to do with the types of quote unquote behavioral disorders that we see in children nowadays, and what it actually is. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. And I'm interested to see what drops in on that, because the topic just kind of came to me and I'm like, all right, let's ride with it.
Okay.
Yeah, but Angie and I, yeah, Angie and I are super excited about gratitude. It is such, it's like the all-time, I don't know, it's like the ultimate state, the ultimate tool for your awakening journey. I know it's transformed my life, and I know it's transformed Angie's as well, and continues to transform it. So we really wanted to dedicate this month of October and deep dive into this with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and it has, man. It's like gratitude has impacted in a huge way. And in my membership, I don't even talk about. It's funny. I forget to introduce myself that way. I am I am a spiritual mentor, and I have a membership. And in my membership, a practice was created, a weekly practice of gratitude and intention setting. And I'm an EFT tapping practitioner, and so we use tapping and gratitude and meditation though as well, to feel like. I love how Natalie and I, before we got on this, we were talking about it's a feeling state. Gratitude is a feeling state. And so that's something we do in our practice. So I love that you said that, because in our practice, before we even move into tapping with the gratitude, we're literally tapping into what it feels like in the body. What does gratitude feel like? We're feeling it in every cell of the body. Now, when we just say thank you to someone, we often aren't in this space of feeling, really feeling it and being present with it. Being present. We talk about being present all the
Mm.
time. And it's about being present with it, right? And so if we're talking about the benefits of gratitude, in membership today, we were just having a conversation about how enriched our lives are because of gratitude, because of our gratitude practice. And one of the women said, she said, I can feel it. She's like, I don't think I ever understood gratitude before this. And she's like, because now I feel it with every cell of my body, every cell of my being.
Yeah.
And that was powerful to me.
Yeah. That's a
That's
great description. In every cell of your body. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, every cell of your being. And like, so what is the benefit of it? And so in my when I had a mental health breakdown, I ended up going through my healing there, recovery there, and then becoming peer support in the community for mental health support. And one of the first workshops that we had was a mindful workshop, mindfulness, because mindfulness impacted my life so much. And
Mm.
this was a workshop that we did throughout the whole community. We've done lots of these workshops in Hamilton, Ontario, is where I am. And in that, gratitude was one of the mindful practices we always spoke about. And what we did was we would tell people what was so important about it. Like, I went back to this when we talked about gratitude, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, we were talking about when you're in crisis, because we would do a lot of crisis places, is where we would offer this workshop. And so we would talk about them. When you're in crisis, it's hard to be grateful for anything when you're in crisis. You don't have access to your resources, you don't have access to your tools that you normally would have, right? When you feel like you're in crisis and you're unsafe, right? You're going to be reactionary. You're going to be in fight, flight, fright, freeze. And
Mm.
so the last thing you're going to do is, I'm grateful for whatever in that moment.
Yeah.
It's not going to make you feel better, right? It's not going to make you feel better. And that's the importance. I think that's the importance and the benefit of gratitude, of actually having a gratitude practice, because the more and more you practice it in those tough moments, it becomes easier and easier to reach for it.
Yes.
And you begin to become grateful for the tough moment, even because this is maybe, and some of you might be like, yeah, right, I could never be grateful for the tough moment, right? That's okay.
Mm.
But if you had a practice of it, I promise you would become grateful for it.
Yeah, because that's the evolution, gratitude, right? And that's one of it. That's a huge benefit. So I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it creates more. What gratitude does is it creates more space for us, right? Like you were saying, um, the like when you very first start, maybe in a crisis, you're not feeling it at all, and there's no way in hell you'd be able to even like see it, let alone touch it, right? Or feel it. But the more and more you practice gratitude when it's easy, right?
Yes,
Like when
when
you
it's
get,
easy.
I don't know, when you drink your favorite coffee or whatever, that in the tougher moments, it gets easier to reach for gratitude.
Yeah, definitely. And that's it, practicing it in the easy moments. You have an
Yeah.
opportunity, and start with little things. Like, one thing here's, it's been almost a year now we've been doing this gratitude practice. And one thing I've noticed over the years is, people feeling like certain gratitudes are better than other ones. And it's like, so if one woman goes deep with their gratitude, another one feels bad to be grateful for her swimming pool. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Like, like, who says that's a bad gratitude? I'd be grateful for a
Yeah.
swimming pool too. Like,
Right? Yeah.
I'm grateful for my crystals. I'm grateful for my essential oils. That's not shallow. And that's what she had said.
Yeah.
One time one person had said that, well, that feels
Mm.
shallow. I'm like, no, it's
No,
your
because it's what
gratitude.
you're grateful for in that moment.
Yeah.
And that person is brave enough and intuitive enough to just go with that feeling.
Yes.
Maybe one day I don't know, you're thankful for I don't know, like indoor plumbing. And then the next day you're thankful for, your brand new car that you bought. It doesn't matter. It's just what do you feel in that moment? Like be brave enough to let that intuition flow in, right?
Yeah. To
Mm,
feel that gratitude that you have in that moment.
yeah.
And don't make any
Yeah.
of it the benefits of And the benefits of gratitude is there's actually so much to be grateful for. And so you're
Yeah.
not going to find them all in this moment. You know what I mean?
No.
You're not going to find them
No.
all, but maybe you start with two even. Two.
Yeah.
What are two things I'm grateful for? Like
Yeah.
right now, I'm really grateful for the chicken that I just ate that came from the farmer's market because it was really good chicken. Really good chicken.
Mm.
I'm really
Yeah.
grateful that I got that chicken instead of grocery store chicken.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
grateful for it feeding me today.
Yeah.
I'm also grateful for all the conscious conversations I've had today. My day started with it. And then Julie came
Yeah.
over and Julie and I had huge conscious
Yeah.
conversations.
Yeah.
And then now this.
Yeah.
That's two things I'm grateful for right now.
Yeah. Right now, I'm grateful for my scarf, guys, because it's getting a little chilly. And I'm thankful for everybody here, right, watching this, just this connection and the like the consciousness and also like the raw honesty that we bring into these conversations.
Yeah.
It's really refreshing and it's really needed.
Yeah. I agree. It's definitely needed. And the benefit of gratitude too, what's coming in is understanding we're the creator of our reality, understanding, the law of attraction, like what goes out. And when we understand, like, the more we sit in gratitude, the more that returns to us. So the more
Mm,
not gratitude returns to us, but things to be grateful for. We begin to have more
yes.
experiences to be grateful for. We begin to have more awareness of things to be grateful for in our
Yes.
experience.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the
So
more you
sometimes,
feel it.
yeah. Yeah. Because once you really start deep diving into gratitude and you start connecting it to the law of attraction, you realize that even though your external situation doesn't automatically change right away,
Right.
you see more things to be grateful for. So you could be in the exact same life situation as last week, but you find hundreds of things every day to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And that's what gratitude does. It opens you up to that next frequency, right? To that next um it's a state, like you said, right? It's a state of being and it
Yeah.
lifts you up.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talk, the
That's a
world
huge
talks a lot about
benefit,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Like think about that. That's a huge benefit for anyone who has experienced sorry, my daughter's just doing some improv in the background here. For anyone that's experienced like a paradigm shift or just a different point of view, right? And it changes something in you. Like you
Yeah.
feel different, you feel lighter, right?
Yes.
Everything seems a bit brighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And then the
try
more and like
no, go
oh
on.
yeah, I was just gonna say, and like you were saying, the more grateful you are, the more things you see that you're grateful for.
Yeah.
And then it just multiplies, right?
Yes, and then new experiences come in for you to be grateful for,
Yeah.
right? And then going back to the crisis thing, because the truth is, we're not, some of the of attraction teachings, people misinterpret that, you need to constantly be in a positive feeling state. But that's not the reality of our life. We live in duality, guys, right? So the truth is we're gonna be like this. We're gonna be up and down, we're gonna be up and down. But guess what? When we learn to really feel gratitude, we start to realize that those downward motions, we grow from those. Like that's why we live in
Yeah.
duality. We grow from these. Expansion comes out of these moments that feel tense and uncomfortable.
Yes. Yes.
So we can now
And I
be
think it's
grateful for that. We can't right yet now. Usually we're grateful in hindsight.
yes.
That's usually what
That's
happens.
a
This has
great
been
point.
coming up a lot for me. Yeah. And so, yeah, we're
Yeah.
usually grateful for it in hindsight. And I posted this, I think you've commented on it. I had posted
Yeah.
a thing about that, like about can you be grateful now, though, instead? Can you not wait to find out? Can you be okay with not knowing what the growth is and just find
Yeah.
gratitude for this discomfort that you're having right now?
Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me of something that occurred yesterday. So my son was in skating lessons and he's just learning how to skate, right? So it's more like kind of stepping on the ice as opposed to gliding.
Mhm.
And at the beginning, so it's a group class, and there's quite a few kids, but there's quite a few teachers too. But I could tell at the beginning he was feeling really overwhelmed and everything. Um, and then, but as he was, kind of towards the end, he was getting more warmed up, and it made me think of like I am watching, kind of like I was watching a memory of him, right? Like that, because his goal is to play hockey. So I was looking at him, going through, doing the little exercises and everything, and I'm like, I am watching a memory of my son learning to skate before he became a skating instructor, before he, picked up hockey, before he started playing hockey and
This is a
everything. And
moment
I'm
to be
like,
grateful for.
let me be grateful because I was kind of feeling it too. Because when you're a mom and you're like, I
Yeah.
want to help my
Oh,
kid. But I'm like, can I be? And I'm like, let's be grateful for like I get to witness this,
this
right?
is
I
the
get to be a witness
beginning.
of growth. Yeah.
This is the
So that's what
beginnings.
came through when you were saying what you said earlier. Yeah. Can we be grateful for what's
Beautiful.
going on right now? Because think of it as you are remembering what you had to do to become who you are, right?
Yes.
To be that hockey player, to be that actress, to I don't know, to be that philanthropist, whatever it is. This moment right now, this is what are your steps bringing you closer to that?
Yeah. And so that's how we bring our future here now to the present moment. Like, you know
Ah,
what I mean? Because in the future, like we're ever expanding, we're ever evolving. This is true, whether you know it or not. We are. We are ever expanding and ever evolving. There's an evolution going on in consciousness, right? And we're going that path. So if we
yeah,
are ever expanding and we are ever evolving, that means there's a future version of us that knows like has more to be grateful for than we do at this
yeah,
moment. And so
yeah,
the mind gets caught up in wanting to know what it is,
yeah.
but we don't
Mm-hmm.
need to know. All we need to know is it's a better version of us. It's a higher version of us. It's an up
Yeah,
leveled
yeah,
version of us. Like, look at you now.
yeah.
I'm an up level version for sure of my past self.
Oh yeah,
Way, way better version. I still love that version of me, but I'm a
yeah,
way better version. And when I look back now, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the me that didn't
yeah,
give up, that didn't give up
yeah,
on our life when we had trauma, when we had experiences that were really uncomfortable, right? And I didn't know what to do and I was overwhelmed. I'm grateful to her for choosing to keep going,
yeah,
and
yeah,
so that's exactly like what you're saying. You're seeing this is the beginnings of a beautiful experience that your son's going to have,
yeah,
and can you find gratitude for it now though? Can you find gratitude
yeah,
now? And
yeah.
can you feel it? Like, that's my invitation to everyone, is to take one thing you're thankful for, right? And maybe it's even something that you always just say and you just say it. I want I'm just
Mhm.
thankful for my family. I want you to sit with it and take 1 minute, put a minute on a timer. I don't care. And go inside and just feel. And I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my family. And allow it to start rising up. What does that mean to you? Why are you grateful for your family? What, you know, what is it about your family? And you can talk to your body, guys. I mean, we've talked about this a little bit. Like, you can just say to your body, what does gratitude feel like in my body? And maybe it won't
Yeah,
work this time. Maybe you won't be in tune with it. That's okay. Do it again tomorrow.
yeah,
What does gratitude feel like in my body? I'm grateful for my bed. Wake up, you can make this a morning practice. I'm
yeah,
grateful for my bed. And then feel it though, not just I love my bed. I'm grateful for it. Really go in. and feel it for a minute. Allow yourself to feel it for 1 minute. And take one thing, keep it small. Like Natalie, it always inspires me with that. Keep it small. So if
Yeah.
it's your bed, just feel it for 1 minute before you even get out of bed. What does that
Yeah.
feel like? That you love your bed, that you're grateful for your bed.
Ah, I love that. Mm. And another huge benefit of gratitude is that it brings you into the present moment, because you can't be grateful if your mind's chattering, right? If your mind's worrying about, traffic tomorrow and the kids'
Yes,
homework
there's no
and,
gratitude in that.
oh my God, the dinner burned and like I gotta clean up that freaking pan. You're not gonna you can't get in gratitude when you're thinking when your brain's tripping off like that. And the opposite is also true. When you really feel gratitude,
You won't.
it shuts off the mind. It can't exist at the same time. Um,
Absolutely.
so when you are truly grateful, and next episode we're gonna get into some tools that'll help you get into gratitude. But when you're like really feeling it, you're present. You are present in that moment. And that is the most absolute beautiful gift you could give to yourself and that you could give to your loved ones and to humanity.
It is. It is. Gratitude is contagious too. Like, so one of the beautiful things about our gratitude practice is we all share our gratitude, right? Once a week on Friday, everybody has an opportunity to share. And sometimes women come and they are like, I'm having a hard time finding anything to be grateful for right now. So I'm just here to listen, to hear your gratitudes. And what happens is this amazing thing happens. And each of us have had that moment where we've been like, I'm not grateful for much right now. But once you hear everyone's gratitude, you start to realize like, oh, I'm grateful for that too. Oh, I'm grateful for that too. Oh, wow. And then you speak each other's words when we're tapping, like that
Yeah,
something more happens
yeah,
when you do that, right? It
yeah,
transforms. And that's the benefit of gratitude. It's a vibration. It is a
yeah,
high, it's already a high vibration. So all you have to do is choose it
yeah.
and it automatically raises your vibration. Like I love what you said about it cuts the mind out. When you're really in gratitude, the mind can't chatter.
No,
It can't.
no.
It's up there with love,
Yeah.
right? And the
Mhm.
benefit is that it enhances your life. That's the
Yeah,
benefit.
it does.
When you
Yeah, it
choose
makes,
gratitude, it makes things better.
yeah, I love that. It enhances your life. It really does. You see things from such an amazing point of view.
Yeah.
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 And you also see, yeah, you see that everything's always working out for you, right? That's a big thing
Yes,
that gratitude has brought to me, the realization that everything is working
it
out for me.
actually is. Yes.
Yeah. And when I feel that it's not, it's because that's just my mind being impatient because it has to label and measure things.
Yes. It needs to
Yeah.
know. It needs to know.
Yeah.
It needs to know, what's this other version I'm becoming? What? What is it? Who
Yeah.
is it? What is
Yeah.
it?
How do I get there? And what about this?
Yeah.
And what about that? But no, that doesn't matter because the universe is paving that path for you. You just
And
got
when
to
you're
be
in
open enough.
gratitude, it brings more of that experience that you want.
Yeah.
It brings more
Yeah.
because you want to be grateful. It feels good.
It does. It feels, yeah. You know
It
what? You
feels
can be
good.
selfish about it, guys. It feels freaking good to
Feels
be
fun.
grateful, to be in
Yes.
gratitude. And then you feel it, and then that feeling intensifies, right? And it lasts longer too. That's been my experience at least,
Yes.
where like, I fall asleep grateful, and then I wake up and I still like it's still vibrating inside of me, right?
Yes.
And that's such a great freaking way to wake up. Like wake up like happy and excited and grateful, right? When's the last time you guys woke up like that? Let us know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have right by my bed. It's so great that we're talking about this. It's giving me an opportunity to consciously think about all the things I've put into place in my house because I've been practicing gratitude for a long time. And I have right
Yeah.
beside my bed, it says, I am grateful. That's the card I have, and it's on a
Yeah.
crystal sitting by my bed. And if you turn it over, it actually says, I'm grateful for the comfort that my bed provided me last night." That's what it says. And it's like, and so that's where this practice is, this I'm talking about using that as a practice in the morning for 1 minute.
Mhm.
I'm grateful for my bed, because we say these things. I think that's the important thing to understand, this difference is we say thank you all the time. We say, "Oh yeah, I'm thankful for this," or "I'm grateful for my bed. I'm grateful for my family," but these are the things to say sometimes. And so we
Yeah.
say them.
Yeah.
But there's a difference, right? You had said this before we came on, like there's a big difference
Yeah.
between just saying the words, "I'm
Yeah.
grateful and thank you," versus actually feeling grateful for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And if
Yeah.
you can
Because
tap
otherwise it's
into the
just a word,
feeling,
right? You could be
yeah,
saying anything, but it's all about the feeling.
yes,
And the more and more you practice this,
feeling it.
and again, start small. Maybe you're grateful for, that you get to use your favorite mug for your
Yeah,
coffee in the morning, right? Be
yeah,
grateful for that, right? I don't know, maybe someone, I don't know, put the new milk bag in the jug
yes,
and you're grateful for that, right? And
yes.
just feel it. Just like, again, like I was saying, hit the pause button, get present, and just like, thank you. And I like put my hand to my heart.
I do that
I'm
too.
like, oh,
Yeah,
thank you. And then I look at the person, I'm like, thank you. I'm like, that was very thoughtful of you, right? That was very kind of you. Thanks
yes.
for thinking of me. And then the more you say, because our words are so powerful, guys. So especially when we couple our words with that real
With the
feeling of
feeling,
gratitude, and
mm,
then when you speak it, like, I'm so grateful for this, or I'm so grateful for this person to have thought of me. Well, that I am is so important because you are
yes.
broadcasting yourself to the universe. So then the universe is like,
Oh,
wow, like Natalie is so grateful
I'm
for
going to give
the
her
people
more.
that people that help her out a little bit, right? So I'm just gonna send more of that to her because that's what she's vibing, right? That's what we want to do. We want
Yes,
to vibe gratitude. Like
yes.
we
But
said,
you
it
have to
feels so
feel it.
good. You got
Yes.
to feel it, right?
And don't be afraid to feel it. Don't be afraid to feel
Yeah.
it. And don't judge yourself. This is coming in. Don't judge yourself if you can't feel it right away. It's a practice. Like gratitude is a practice. It
Yeah.
is not, this is a practice. And it benefits you in huge ways. And you've said it, there's layers, there's evolutions of gratitude. But you
Mhm.
can't get to the evolutions unless you start trying.
Yeah. You have to try. You got to put it into action.
Yes.
Yeah. And put
And
it
I
in
know.
action for yourself because you deserve it, man.
Yes. Oh my God. You deserve to feel this way. It feels
Yeah.
so good. It feels so good. It's contagious. Like I had no idea. I can't tell you how grateful I am for my membership, because I had no idea my membership was going to turn into this. And it just evolved naturally into it. Like I
Yeah.
created it on November, and then it was like, yeah, 11 months. 11 months, it just suddenly turned into a gratitude circle, an intention
Mm.
circle. And I was inspired because I was in a circle where we shared and spoke each other's words. And I was like, whoa, there's something about that. It so resonated for me.
Ah.
And I was like, I need to bring that in. And then I did. And everybody felt the same way, like, oh, we need to keep this up. Right. And so we kept doing it. We kept doing it. We kept doing it. And now it's been a year, and we're looking, like, the observations that we've made as a practice is that we're now sharing, like, if I think about what we were sharing in the beginning of this practice versus
Mhm.
now, we're sharing the dark stuff. We're sharing gratitude. Like, I'm grateful for the
Mhm.
lessons. I'm grateful for this tough thing I'm breaking through with my family member.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
You're
that's the
grateful for
kind of
that
conversation.
contrast in life,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the growth I'm going to experience from this.
Yes, because you know, because you've done it so many
That you
times
know.
that you know it's gonna feel damn good on the other side. Way better
Yeah.
than it feels crappy right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
you
and
can
that's what
get there.
Yeah, and like gratitude helps you shift faster. Ooh,
Yes,
that's good.
that's the benefit,
Gratitude helps,
exactly.
yeah. So you feel good, and then in all these other areas of your life, you start shifting more and more and more, right?
Yes,
Maybe you're struggling to be grateful for, your family. Um, but then you start up this gratitude practice. And then what often happens is you start leveling up in other areas, right? So
yes.
maybe at work you get a promotion. Maybe I don't know, maybe your bank is like, "Whoop, we overcharged you for like the past 3 years, so here's the money," right?
Here's
Like
some
all these
money.
other things show up that you would be even more grateful for, right? Because
Yeah,
again, you become a magnet to it.
yes,
Yeah, yeah. So it levels you up a lot faster. And again, like it's just fun, and it's supposed to feel fun.
yeah,
Sometimes we feel ashamed to feel fun, right? We feel kind of ashamed to
right,
feel
yeah,
good because of like this victimhood that we may have been programmed with. But gratitude feels fun for a reason, because this life is supposed to be fun. And a lot
mhm.
of us are uncomfortable with that. Huh.
Yeah, a lot of us are, because it's and that's programming. It's simply programming. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
you. And to
Yeah.
tap in, I used to do this exercise called bridging to appreciation. I wonder why I stopped that. I'm going to bring that back. Anyway, I used to do this, and this was the idea of feeling the feeling state of appreciation, of gratitude, right? And it was like to take a memory that you're very appreciative of. Like everybody has one, especially moms. Moms have moments with their kids. They're so deeply grateful for these moments, right? And so
Yeah.
put yourself in that memory so that you can feel it. So if you have a hard time feeling it, really this should be for the next episode, I guess. I'll bring it up then too, but feel it so that you can get the feeling in your body. It's like, oh yeah, imagine, I'm imagining my daughter, in a certain memory, and feel it. And then what you do is you detach from the memory now and you just keep the feeling in the body. And
Yeah.
then you move the
Yeah.
feeling with your intention. You move the feeling through, you share it. It's imagining that's vibration. The vibration of gratitude is contagious. So you can
Yeah.
move the feeling. Let's say the feeling is a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart, right?
Hmm.
Now I've let go of the memory. I'm just feeling this gratitude. And then I move it. I move it to, let's say my knee is hurting. Well, I start moving this warm, fuzzy energy down my body to my knee.
Yeah.
I move it through my body.
Yeah.
Like, we do this every week,
Yeah.
and that's that's
Yeah.
bridging to appreciation. It's starting to get to the
Yeah.
consciousness of gratitude, the energy of
Yeah.
gratitude.
I love that.
It's
And then
such
it
an
emanates
amazing
out of
feeling.
you, right? Because
Yes.
that's what energy does. It vibrates, right?
Yes.
Just like the
Yeah.
rays of the sun,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
affects dense energies around you. It affects people.
Yeah, it does. Like some of the stuff that my husband says now, I'm like, who you you know?
What?
But I'm like, whoa. And then in those moments when he's sharing his appreciation for something, I'm grateful for in that moment that he chose me to share with it, and then I'm experiencing it with him, right? And then the gratitude, like it just like grows and grows, like multiplies, like
Amplifies.
it's like a supernova, right? Because it's two of
Yeah.
us in that moment, like really immersed in it.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
and then you're amplifying that vibration out. Like, it's
Yeah.
powerful stuff, guys, and it starts with a simple practice. It starts
Yeah.
with just making a simple practice of I hope, like, my biggest hope is that you take away just understanding that it's a feeling state.
Yeah.
It's not just words. It's not just
No.
words or a thought. It's not just words and a thought. It's
Yeah.
a feeling state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if
And
you can
don't judge.
understand that,
Mhm.
what were you saying?
Oh no, yeah, finish your sentence, please.
I was just gonna say, if you can understand that, that will start bringing you up the levels of gratitude, of a practice of gratitude.
Yeah. Yeah, that it's not just words, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
And the feelings come from repeating the words too, right?
Yes,
And
the words have a vibration.
yeah, yeah. And don't judge yourself. We say this every episode, but don't
Don't
judge
judge
yourself.
yourself.
Maybe you're grateful for your swimming pool or your jacuzzi. Maybe you're grateful for the makeup you put on every morning. I'm grateful for my makeup I put on because it makes me feel good.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just you milk it, man. Like because when you start practicing it, it may feel a little clunky, right? Like when we're learning how to ice
It
skate.
does.
But then
Yeah.
the more and more you get it, you start gliding, right?
Yes.
And then it becomes smoother.
Yes.
Like you again, yeah, like you glide into gratitude so much easier. Um, yeah, so don't judge it. You can be
And you
grateful for whatever, right? You can be grateful for maybe maybe the kids went to sleep over at, Grady and Grams's and you're thankful for the peace and quiet. That's totally fine,
yes.
right? Or maybe you're, I don't know, like grateful for whatever, right? Grateful for the rain. Who
Yeah.
knows? Grateful for this conversation that
Anything.
you have
Grateful for
five.
chocolate.
Yeah, right? Grateful for chocolate in your jacuzzi, which would probably melt
Yes.
everywhere, but you're in the water anyway, so who cares? But see, like it's supposed to be fun, right? Like
Yes.
it's that good feeling. So when you start tapping into that good feeling, like
Yeah.
milk it and remember it. And the more you milk it, the more it like ingrains in you.
Yeah. And
And
then the
then because
more,
it's a
what happens too to us when we experience benefit from something, what's the first instinct we want to do? We want to share it with everyone.
yes.
And so you want to share it with everyone. This is how I ended up creating a gratitude practice with people. And like,
Yeah.
and I'm going to invite you guys too. I don't have dates yet, but for the month of October, I'm going to be opening the doors to my membership, and I have a free experience. I have a free 4-day experience of all the aspects of my membership, and one of them is that gratitude circle. And I am
Oh,
going to strongly encourage you to join us on that. And that's on Zoom. We're on Facebook. The membership is through Facebook, but you can still participate in this even if you're not on Facebook, just by coming on the Zoom call. So it's a beautiful
I
practice.
love that.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
practice.
And that may be a great way to segue into gratitude, right? Like if maybe you're kind of the only one in your circle that
Yeah.
wants to dive into a bit more gratitude, I mean, joining a group
Join a
like
community.
Angie's may be a great start, right? Because then you're surrounded by others. You're not you know, they'll kind of lead you into it, walk with you in it.
Yeah.
And then you're also not like it's not like one on one where you're kind of like maybe you feel cringy, right?
Yeah.
You're in a group of like 6 or 8 or whatever, 10 women, like
Yeah.
like some people are more comfortable in that environment. So that could be another way to segue into it, right?
Yeah. And you can just observe, and like, I can't tell you enough. I can't tell you how much it has transformed each of us in that space.
Yes, because observing gratitude in others ignites that gratitude in you, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh,
It's
damn, that's
contagious.
good.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just so many benefits. I like it's crazy not to it's just, you just need to feel it. That's why I say the takeaway is understand it's a feeling, because once you experience it, once you feel it, you can't unknow that.
No, no.
You can unknow stuff with your mind. You can't unknow this. You can't unknow that feeling.
Ugh,
Oh, and then, oh, I know. Oh, and then episode 12, guys, we're gonna come back for episode 12, because for episode 12, we're gonna give you the tools. We're gonna give you tools to
yeah.
help you get to that feeling state.
Mm,
If you're having a hard time with it, don't judge yourself. Please don't judge yourself. Please don't give up on yourself.
yeah.
Right?
You are worth it.
These benefits are available to every single one of you. Every
Yeah.
single one of you. It's
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean? It's not gonna not happen for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Our human body is made to
Yes.
feel this feeling of gratitude.
Yes.
So
It'll
make sure to join
recognize
us.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. To recognize it too, right? Yeah. That awareness that's ingrained in us, you
It'll
know?
be in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so make sure to join us, guys. So make sure to click like subscribe and the bell so you get notified because definitely don't want to miss when Angie and I share our gratitude. It's cool.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to. All right. And if you want to join my free community on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, the information is down below in the description. Join the community. You'll hear about this free event that's coming up towards the end of the month. All right. I love you.